There's actually 6 separate budget amendments, and these are actually for fiscal year 2014 to final amendments to complete the fiscal year 14. And the majority of these amendments, the majority of them are strictly, I call them administrative purposes. The very first one, the first one I've got stapled is the landfill, and we're probably to wind up to finish with that one. It'll probably take up a month's oxygen. So let's go ahead and go to the second amendment, which is it's actually page 3. The second amendment it's got the planning and zoning, the EMA, the agencies, and public works. Make sure everybody's on the same amendment. That's one of the easier ones to get through. I want to make another comment too about, in general, all of these items, all the expenditures, all the revenue that here that's listed, with the exception of the planning and zoning. That's the only exception. All the other items are actually worked into the draft that we discussed the last meeting. The net balance at 1.7 million. All this costs it's already been spent. So we're not talking about any kind of additional costs. It's already been recognized in the spreadsheet. I mean in the financials. So we're talking about primarily what the auditors do. They take the expenditure line and compare it to a budget. And if the budget column, if it's over budget, it falls out onto this list. If it's an under budget, if we spend less, then that's great, but it's not even that's not what shows up here. So you have the offset where we had some departments that were under budget, and so really what this is basically just to he's agreed to remove a finding if we will amend a budget for the expenditure line. And as we go through it, some of them were very obvious what took place.